Hey everyone, welcome back to the English Learner Podcast. I'm Anna, and before we start, don't forget to subscribe so you never miss an episode and can join us for tips, fun activities, and encouragement to improve your English.
And I'm Tom. Yes, subscribing keeps you connected with all our conversations and helps you stay motivated while learning at your own pace.
All right, today we're talking about how to upgrade your listening skills because listening is one of the most important parts of learning English, and it can be tricky for many learners.
I remember when I struggled with listening, especially when people spoke fast or used new words. But over time, I realized that listening is a skill you can improve step by step, just like reading or speaking.
Exactly. And the first thing to remember is that listening takes patience. It's okay if you don't catch every word. The important thing is to focus on understanding the main ideas.
One activity that really helps is listening to short audio clips or podcasts and trying to summarize what you heard in your own words, even if it's just a few sentences.
Yes, and repeating the audio several times is very useful. The first time you listen, just focus on the main idea, and the second or third time, pay attention to details, pronunciation, and new words.
Another great activity is listening while reading the transcript or subtitles. This helps connect the sounds to the written words, making it easier to recognize them in the future.
And don't forget shadowing, which means listening and repeating at the same time. It trains your ears and improves pronunciation and rhythm naturally.
You can also listen to different accents and styles of speaking, like news, interviews, or casual conversations, to get used to real English in different situations.
Even short daily activities help, like listening to English songs, following simple instructions, or watching short videos, and then trying to say back what you understood.
Another activity is listening with a friend and discussing what you heard. Sometimes other people notice details you miss, and talking about it helps your memory.
And remember, it's completely normal to not understand everything at first. Every time you listen, your brain is training itself to recognize sounds, words, and patterns more easily.
You can also create mini quizzes for yourself, like listening to a short story and writing down the names, places, or numbers you hear, which makes listening active and fun.
Listening to instructions and then performing the action is another great exercise. It works well for recipes, DIY videos, or even language learning apps.
And listening while walking or commuting can turn ordinary time into practice time. Even 10 minutes every day adds up over weeks.
Another useful activity is predicting what comes next. Pause a podcast or video and guess what the speaker will say next. It keeps your mind active and improves comprehension.
And don't forget practicing listening for specific words or phrases. Focus on signal words like because, however, or first, which help you follow the meaning more easily.
Listening and repeating tongue twisters or short dialogues is also fun. It trains your ears, improves pronunciation, and makes your listening more precise.
Watching movies or shows with subtitles in your language first and then in English later is another way to gradually build understanding without feeling overwhelmed.
Those small exercises, summarizing, repeating, shadowing, discussing, predicting, listening for keywords, following instructions, and watching videos will gradually upgrade your listening skills and boost your confidence.
And every time you practice, even for a few minutes, you're training your ears, your brain, and your speaking skills at the same time.
So for everyone listening, remember that consistent practice, patience, and small listening activities every day are key. And subscribing to the podcast helps you stay inspired and keep improving with us.
Yes, so let's listen, repeat, practice, and enjoy every step of improving our listening skills together, because progress comes gradually, but it definitely comes.
And the more you include listening in your daily life, the faster your brain becomes comfortable with different sounds, speeds, and accents, making understanding real English much easier.
So don't rush. Enjoy every short clip, every conversation, every song, and every podcast you hear, because each small effort adds up to big improvements over time.
And remember, every time you practice, you're not just listening, you're training yourself to think, understand, and respond in English more naturally and confidently.
So stay patient, stay consistent, and keep making listening a fun daily habit because every minute counts and every effort brings you closer to your goal.
One thing I love about upgrading listening skills is turning everyday life into practice. Even simple things like listening to announcements, radio shows, or podcasts while walking or commuting can make a big difference.
Yes, and you can challenge yourself by trying to catch specific details, like numbers, names, places, or even emotions, instead of trying to understand every single word.
Another fun activity is listening to dialogues or interviews and pretending you're a detective, trying to find clues about the speaker's feelings, opinions, or intentions.
That's a great idea. And you can pause and repeat sentences, practicing pronunciation while reinforcing your understanding at the same time.
Listening to short stories and then retelling them in your own words is another powerful method. It trains both comprehension and speaking, and it's fun to see how much you remember.
I also like using music for practice. Listen to English songs and try to catch the words, then check the lyrics and sing along. It's enjoyable and improves listening naturally.
You can even slow down videos or podcasts at first and gradually increase the speed as your brain gets used to faster English. That helps you understand real conversations more easily.
And don't forget shadowing conversations in movies or shows. Repeat what the characters say immediately after them. It trains your ears, rhythm, and speaking at the same time.
Another useful activity is predicting what someone will say next. Pause a conversation or video and guess the next sentence. It keeps your brain active and improves anticipation skills.
For learners who like games, listening to audio quizzes or apps where you have to match words, phrases, or sounds can turn learning into a fun challenge.
Even listening to short news reports and summarizing the main points aloud or in writing helps you focus on key ideas, train memory, and improve comprehension.
One more activity is listening while drawing or creating a mind map of what you hear. This combines creativity with comprehension, making listening more interactive.
Practicing with a friend is always helpful. You can take turns reading and listening, asking each other questions about what was said. It makes listening social and motivating.
Another tip is to focus on intonation, stress, and rhythm in speech. Listening for these patterns helps you understand meaning beyond the words themselves.
And don't be afraid to replay the same audio several times. Each time you listen, you catch new details and get more confident.
You can also try listening without looking at the text first, then check the transcript after. This trains your ears to recognize sounds naturally before relying on written words.
Another creative method is listening while moving, like doing small exercises, walking, or cooking. Your brain associates English with daily life, making it easier to absorb.
And if you want a bigger challenge, try listening to live conversations online, like webinars, interviews, or English discussion groups, where you have no subtitles. It's tricky at first, but it trains real-time listening.
You can also combine listening with vocabulary practice. When you hear a new word, write it down and try to use it in a sentence later. This links listening with active learning.
Listening to podcasts or stories multiple times is great too. The first time for general understanding, the second for details, and the third to notice new vocabulary or pronunciation patterns.
And one activity I love is summarizing the audio to someone else. Teaching what you heard forces you to process and remember the information better.
Another fun idea is mimicking the speaker's tone, speed, and emotions. It helps you feel the rhythm of English and understand how meaning changes with intonation.
Even listening for key words in a sentence is useful. Focusing on signal words like first, because, however, or finally helps you follow the structure and meaning more easily.
And the more you mix different types of listening, songs, podcasts, videos, news, conversations, live discussions, the more your brain adapts to real English in various situations.
All these small activities, summarizing, shadowing, repeating, predicting, listening for keywords, drawing, practicing with friends, mimicking tones, combining listening with vocabulary, work together to upgrade your listening skills step by step.
The key is consistency. Even 10 minutes a day of active listening builds your skill more than hours of passive listening. It's about training your brain little by little.
And for everyone listening, remember, listening improvement takes patience, daily practice, and small challenges. Every activity counts, and your understanding grows with each effort.
And subscribing to the podcast helps you stay inspired, discover new tips, and keep practicing along with us so you can upgrade your listening skills gradually but steadily.
So, let's listen, repeat, practice, and enjoy every step, because every minute you spend listening is building your confidence, comprehension, and connection with English.
The more you include listening in your daily life, the faster your brain becomes comfortable with different sounds, speeds, and accents, making understanding real English much easier.
And remember, it's not about perfection. It's about consistent effort, small steps, and enjoying the process. Every time you listen, your skill grows and your confidence grows too.
All right, now let's talk about more ways to make listening practice fun and part of your daily life, because the more you enjoy it, the easier it is to improve.
One thing I like is turning everyday activities into listening exercises. For example, while cooking, you can listen to an English recipe and follow the instructions exactly. It's practical and trains your ears at the same time.
Yes, and even when you're walking or exercising, you can listen to English podcasts, news, or audiobooks. It's like multitasking. Your body moves and your brain absorbs English.
Another activity is listening for specific details in movies or shows, like character names, places, or numbers. It's like a little challenge for your brain, and it keeps you focused.
Or you can make it a game by predicting what a character will say next before they speak. It trains your anticipation skills and helps you think in English.
Listening with a partner is also very helpful. You can take turns reading, ask questions, and summarize what you heard. It makes practice interactive and more enjoyable.
And for learners who like technology, there are apps and online exercises that let you listen and select answers, match phrases, or fill in missing words. Those small challenges are fun and effective.
Another method is dictation. Listen to a short passage and write down exactly what you hear. Then check your work and see what you understood correctly. It's challenging, but very useful.
I also like listening to English songs carefully. Try to catch every word, then check the lyrics, and finally sing along. It's entertaining and improves listening, pronunciation, and memory at the same time.
And listening to different accents is really important too. Try news from different countries, interviews, or YouTube videos. It helps your brain adapt to real-life English.
Even following along with subtitles in English helps. First, listen and try to understand without reading, then check the subtitles to see what you missed.
Another activity is summarizing what you heard to someone else. Teaching or explaining trains comprehension and memory in a natural way.
You can also record yourself repeating what you hear and compare it to the original. It's like a feedback loop that improves both listening and speaking.
And don't forget shadowing, repeating immediately after the speaker. It helps you feel the rhythm, tone, and speed of natural English.
Another fun challenge is listening for emotions in voices. Is the speaker happy, angry, surprised? It's not just words, it's understanding meaning from tone and context.
You can also create a mini diary of what you listen to every day. Write the main idea, new words, or interesting phrases. This combines listening with writing and reinforces memory.
And small daily habits, even 10 minutes a day, are more effective than long, irregular sessions. Consistency is key for your brain to get used to English sounds.
So for everyone listening, the main idea is to make listening practice enjoyable, interactive, and part of your daily life. Use these activities, try new challenges, and don't worry about mistakes.
And subscribing to the podcast will help you get more ideas, new tips, and encouragement so you can keep upgrading your listening skills step by step.
Listening improvement is a journey, but every minute you practice builds confidence, understanding, and the ability to communicate naturally.
So keep listening, keep practicing, and keep enjoying the process because every small effort adds up to big progress over time.
And as we wrap up today, it's important to remember that improving your listening skills doesn't happen overnight, but every little effort counts and adds up over time, and even small daily practices make a huge difference in the long run.
Yes, and the key is to make listening a regular part of your life, whether it's short podcasts, music, movies, conversations, or even following instructions in your daily tasks, because every moment you spend listening is practice.
All those small activities, shadowing, predicting, summarizing, dictation, listening with a partner, repeating, noticing tones, or even mimicking accents, help your brain adapt to real English naturally, and they make you more confident in understanding fast or real-life conversations.
And don't worry if you miss words or don't understand everything at first. The goal is understanding the meaning, enjoying the process, noticing patterns, and gradually building confidence, because comprehension grows over time with practice.
Another tip is to keep challenging yourself little by little. Listen to slightly harder content, different accents, faster speakers, or live conversations, and you'll notice improvement faster than you expect. Each challenge trains your ears, your brain, and your reaction skills in English.
You can also combine listening with other activities. For example, when you watch a movie or a show, write down new words, summarize scenes, or act out dialogue. That way, you're learning and practicing multiple skills at the same time.
And remember, listening is not just about hearing words, it's about connecting ideas, understanding emotions, recognizing patterns in real English, and even predicting what comes next. All of these make you a stronger listener and a better communicator.
It's also about patience and persistence. Even 5 to 10 minutes a day done consistently is far more effective than hours of passive listening once in a while. Your brain needs repeated exposure to build listening skills naturally.
Another fun way is to listen and repeat, but add your own twist. For example, pause a sentence and try to guess the next words, or change the ending, or describe it in your own words. It makes listening active and keeps your brain engaged.
You can also listen while moving or doing chores like cooking, walking, or cleaning. Turning ordinary time into English practice makes learning natural and effortless.
And using different types of content is key. Songs, podcasts, movies, news, YouTube videos, live conversations, and even short speeches. This variety trains your brain to understand real English in all situations.
And one more tip, track your progress. Notice how many words you understand now compared to last week or last month. Celebrate every small improvement. It motivates you to keep going.
For everyone listening, the main idea is simple. Consistent, enjoyable, and active listening practice every day is what upgrades your listening skills step by step. It's not about perfection, it's about persistence, patience, and practice.
And subscribing to the podcast helps you stay inspired, get new tips, and keep practicing along with us because we'll share activities, examples, and challenges in every episode to keep your skills growing.
So join us for the next episodes. Try the activities we shared today and make listening a fun and daily habit. Every little effort, every minute, every small challenge adds up to big progress.
Absolutely. Remember, your brain is training itself every time you listen, and with consistent practice, improvement is guaranteed. You'll notice that conversations, movies, and songs start making more sense naturally.
And don't forget to mix listening with speaking, repeating, summarizing, and even writing. That combination strengthens your overall English skills much faster than just listening alone.
So keep enjoying the journey. Stay patient, take small steps every day, and don't forget to subscribe so you can continue learning with us. Your listening skills will improve more than you expect, and it will feel natural, confident, and fun.
Thanks for listening today, and remember, every small effort matters. Keep practicing, stay consistent, and enjoy every moment of improving your listening skills. We can't wait to share more tips, activities, and fun exercises with you in the next episode.
Yes, so stay curious, keep practicing, and keep listening every day. Subscribing will make sure you don't miss any of our episodes, and together we'll make learning English easier, more enjoyable, and more effective.